Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 as the Empire of Japan. We have landed in the United States and are trying strongly to push against the Americans. So our landings up here in San Francisco firstly did expand a little bit, then we were pushed back into San Francisco itself, and we're now pushing out again with our new reinforcements here. We do have quite a couple of armies down here in the Los Angeles and San Diego region. We're being cut off down here in this Mexican region, so down here close to Tijuana, although we are pushing back a little bit. In the north we are doing fine, I think, more or less. We are expanding our beachhead, so we are making some progress there. In the middle it is becoming a little bit more serious, although our fast army is making a push here down into this southern Californian Basin region, so close to the Silicon Valley region. Yeah, that's basically it. So let's restart the game over here and see whether we can do any attacks. We are suffering quite badly from low supply, so we are eagerly trying to build up new harbors in that area, and I think that's one of the most important things. Apart from maybe cutting off some American troops down here. Down in Central America, we've also captured Villa Hermosa. We are now being counterattacked over here by very strong American forces, I have to say. On the other hand, we are doing an enormous amount of damage to them as they are attacking us over here. And we are getting some reinforcements soon, so hopefully they're going to arrive soon. And then we might see them supporting us a little bit more strongly. So let's continue with this supporting attack on their flanks over here. There's also a naval battle up over here with our destroyers against a couple of Dutch submarines, so that's nice to see. Also a couple of our submarines against their convoy, so that is good. And indeed, we have now cut off this region up over here. And immediately we are seeing, just look at these attack values, 800. Air support, terrain, country, commander skill. That's a pretty good result for us, and as more and more of our troops are jumping into the defense over here, we see this battle being concluded in our favor, so that's extremely good for us. Let's briefly check on the structure over here. So we've got the 3rd Allied Manchukuo Army over here, we've got the 3rd Allied Manchukuo Army over here, so part of them is over here, 10 divisions over here. Who are you? You are you guys. So you should also be part of this. Are you all part of this? You should all be part of this, so let's assign them like that. Then we can tell these 14 guys to form an offensive strike pattern against this region, and I think that should be okay. Most important is this one, because it does include the naval base, and if we were to get this territory, then I think the Americans would collapse rather rapidly. We also got the 2nd Naval Brigade, so that's I used to actually be part of this army group. So that is who? You guys, right? Yes. So you are honestly a rather mixed bag of units. We can, I think, try to advance more closely onto this area. I mean, they do have 41 divisions defending over here. That's rather extreme. So what if we were to try and capture Veracruz? We could try to attack from over here or even over here. So you know what? Let's try to attack into this area. I'm going to try to use a very wide attack pattern over there. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's likely. 16 divisions up here. We are doing more damage on a per unit basis, but they have more divisions. And I think that largely negates that fact. It's mostly due to the fact that all of this is mountainous terrain. So we really can't be beating them over there. Okay, you guys stop it. Don't attack into here, please. We could try to attack into this plains area. I mean, maybe that would at least threaten Mexico City, and that might incentivize them to take off a couple of units from other places. And that might be okay. Good. So over here, are we... Do we consider this to be a likely attack pattern after all? You're part of this, aren't you? Right, let's just test the waters a little bit over here. One of you probably shouldn't attack. Two of you should attack. That's fine. So, yeah, we are matching them in combat with, not in individual unit damage. But then again, they are low on supplies. And it would be great if we were to capture that area. And let's also bring up our air units a little bit more closely towards the front line. So I think you guys can actually be based over here and then cover the Yucatan area, and that I think should be alright. Let's see how things look. We're mostly using aircraft towards accidents, some of them towards air, but yeah, we're doing a lot more damage towards them. Down here in South America, we also see that our friends here, our Venezuelan friends, are taking some of these extremely strong Turkish units over here, would have a lot of the modifiers. But at some point they should drop out of supplies, and that I think is very good. And if that area here falls, that would be much welcomed as well. Good, so really these attacks, I think, will really not be going anywhere. Neither will these. Unless we attack with a very strong force from Villahermosa as well. But you know what, let's continue to focus on this area. First, up over here. We have advanced a little bit towards Sacramento, so I would actually like to take you and advance directly towards that city. We are under attack now here, but I think we'll be alright. Soon we will see some counterattacks, and I think that's gonna be alright. You guys are part of the Manchu Army number 3. 92% now. I mean, these guys might be beaten back. Oh, actually not. There we go. Indeed, it seems we are counter-attacking. That's interesting. Yeah, let's take you, at least one of you guys. Just one division, please, and attack into Sacramento. We really need the victory points, because that will allow us to provide more supplies to our guys, which is direly needed. So we've advanced towards this area up here. That's good. It's certainly very good for us. So let's actually take 12 of these divisions, attack into this region. Take one of these anti-tank units as well. Towards Tijuana. How many divisions are up here? 8. Remember the Americans, we estimate them to have about 500 or so divisions. So yeah, it's very likely that they will be simply able to overwhelm us. A Mexican division over here. 2 Mexican divisions actually. So let's try to beat them back and towards the south. So we have a little bit more clarity up here. More naval combats. Our destroyers against their submarines. We don't seem to be able to sink too many of their submarines though, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but oh my. Okay, over here. You guys can at least try to attack into here, I think. We do have 2 combat vectors, so maybe we're gonna win? It doesn't look quite like it. They have a better defensive value than we do. Still, we are pushing up over here. We are making some progress towards Sacramento, although some of their forces are withdrawing in that direction as well. So we'll have to see whether that actually works. A lot of divisions up here. We're trying to fight our way into these mountains. Let's try to bring our Marines into there as well. Down here. Well. Okay, so these guys are advancing into this terrain. I think we can actually take one of you guys towards over here. And maybe 4 into there as well. This is an important area because it does allow us to have some form of air capabilities. Some good progress towards the south as well. Might as well take you over there. And then what we can do is try to push into this mountainous terrain. Try to cut off these guys down there. And maybe get 2 of you guys to attack into that area. Good. So some attacks up here. I think we are doing better. More or less. Some attacks are up here. We are definitely doing better. Mostly because they don't have that many people though. And you know what? We might as well go all in and attack into this terrain as well. We're probably not gonna make it, but still I do think that's better than nothing. Where you guys advancing some totally different place. Could you actually maybe attack into there? And maybe have two guys attack into here. Yeah, that's a good attack. Hey, we really need to be a little bit more aggressive in trying to push out the enemy. Good attack up here. Still, is it gonna be enough? I wonder. Bring more forces to bear. I mean, these guys should be dropping in the organization extremely quickly. Okay, all of you. So we are beating on Sacramento. We did get the streamlined line, so that's good. I think we definitely need better logistics companies, so that is something that we immediately gonna start over here. Being beaten back on the Sacramento line. Over here we have advanced into this area, which is extremely valuable for us. So that I appreciate a lot. You guys are up here, right? Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we want these Marines to be part of a more or less defensive line up here. Then we can take at least one more of you guys. Just one. And be part of this defensive line as well. You are now defending over there. That's okay. Let's take these motorized divisions. Two of you up here and two of you up there. This should be won fairly quickly, so that's good. And now we need to push into here. Just try to cut off a couple of American divisions and try to push up that way. Let's take one with sort of mixed organization over here. You know what, you're right. And you'll be attacking there, and you'll be attacking here. Yes, it does look like we'll be able to overwhelm them here. Although they do have a lot of divisions. And that is certainly something that we do need to be mindful of. Okay, let's attack into there and let's attack here. This is mainly a spoiling attack so that they can't reinforce over there. Which I think is rather critical. Yeah, if we connect these areas up, that'd be ideal, I think. Over here we are beating them back a little bit, but this is really the most important attack, I think. So let's try to support that with more stuff. I don't think they have any strong armored presence there. No, they don't, so that's okay. You are going up there, that's interesting. Okay, you are also going to try to support the attack into this general vicinity, just to try to cut off units. We really need to disorganize them and push. Gain more victory points, all of that is critical. Over here, you don't need to go there, you can go here. You guys, advance into here. Keep pushing. How about here, you guys? Okay, so the first Manchu army, which is third Manchu army actually, I want you to be a little bit more concentrated. Okay, let's try to push in the south as well. Again, keep them disorganized. That's the main thing I'm caring about here. Sacramento, that's a very nice and important target for us. So we will need to reinforce it. There's another naval combat up over here. So I'm guessing, yeah, more of these submarines. Don't seem to be quite able to find them though, so... Down here in South America, in Mexico specifically, which I guess technically is North America. Well, we are beating them back, so that's nice. So that should be won fairly soon. And indeed, there we go. That means you guys can probably attack into this airfield, and all of you can attack into there, along with this division. And then that area should fall very rapidly. Let's take a look at our construction as well. So we are building up quite a couple of naval bases, which I do appreciate because we do need these supplies. Let's give a look at the supply situation. Yeah, 54, 38 out of 12, 42 out of 31. It's pretty drastic. We are repairing a couple of things. We do have a bit of infrastructure down here in Caipas. Let's repair that. And in Saudi Arabia. Have we conquered Saudi Arabia? Okay, let's try to advance into this territory. Good. Okay, we do have a couple of military factories. In terms of logistics, we are mainly looking for support equipment. Let's build up 40 of these guys at the cost of a bit of artillery. Yeah, we really need much more of this stuff. I mean, we are short about 70 days or so, so that's drastic. And we also have a couple of infantry divisions, which is interesting. So I think the 4th Japanese Army has actually got a couple of cavalry divisions ready going for them. So let's put these guys into a new army. Well, might as well put them into the fast army in the meantime. And then the 4th army can be supported with all of these guys. Yeah, that's fine. So get you over there quickly into Hiroshima, and then hopefully you'll be able to come into Pearl Harbor as well. Yeah, there we go. Is that you? Right. Yeah, it is. Good. And you know what? The fast army, the second fast army, I think you can comprehensively come towards Singapore as well. Okay, maybe you can't, so let's get you over here. Good. Alright, more naval battles. Yes, just the submarines. That's alright. I thought, by the way, we shouldn't be... Okay, let's not get informed about all of these submarine battles, because I don't care about them as much. I do care about a lot of these battles, though. So, in San Francisco, Sacramento seems to be fine. We have defended successfully over there. I think we need to continue pushing against some of these empty provinces at the very least. So again, that we keep them out of balance for a second over here. You go. You also have a little bit of organization. Go. That's fine. Yeah, at least advance whenever you can. I don't think I want you to be dispersed. The fast army, I don't think that's appropriate. I think you guys should ideally be part of this attack. Let's try that. 67. I mean, we are theoretically doing a lot more damage than they are, but the combat width is certainly a problem over here. So this attack, not going on well. You are exempt from attacking for now because you do need to reinforce a little. Okay, and down here we have come to situation. Who are you? Okay, no, you are all part of this front line. I actually want you to be down here. You guys are actually also all part of this front line, and I pretty much only want these two marine divisions down here. One of you is going to make a little detour, and that's fine. Good. Fence over here is going on well. Attack into Tijuana, not so much. Okay, this is mountain terrain? Yes, it is. This is desert. Chance to get sick is a lot higher. Attack 40%. How about here? Mountains. Yeah, it's very difficult to break into these mountains. Where are you going? You shouldn't. Okay, let's stop this attack here for a second and try to reassess our situation. So we've pushed out a little bit over here, so it's not like we don't get to do anything. It's very slow going. Very slow going. Making some progress up here. Okay, let's take two of these divisions and advance further towards the north. we're doing a lot of damage here. These guys really should be crumbling quickly. Logistics, 2,500, 4,000. Motorized equipment missing. That's a lot of stuff. You might as well attack into here with maybe a little bit support from this guy. And one of these anti-tank guns. Yeah, it's very light opposition, so you'll be doing a lot of damage there. That I always appreciate, as you guys know by now. Right, how many divisions is this? 2. 2 is maybe enough. Well, it would be great to get this airbase. A lot of our problems do stem from the fact that we don't have any air presence. But I think we'll be attacking into here, and that's going to be a little bit more promising. You guys attack into here, you'll be supported by the Marines. That's fine, and then afterwards we'll send in the motorized equipment. 80. And you guys will drop out fairly quickly. Unfortunately you do. Okay, that's fine. Okay, motorized equipment it is. Just attack. Just do everything you can to attack. 64%. We're doing more damage on an individual basis than these guys are, so we might just be able to cut them off over there. You've actually advanced quite a bit, so that's nice to see. I think we are advancing into all directions, so that means we don't need the defensive guy over here. Which means we can send you over here. Actually, since you are advancing, you might as well advance down the coast. Here we go. Support equipment, which is extremely important for us because it does give us a lot of new breakthrough, and breakthrough is an important stat when you are attacking. I don't think we need the piercing or heart attack. The night equipment would be excellent. Some organization would be nice, but all in all, I think we are good on the infantry tab for now. 1946 we might be doing more things. Recon companies would be great. Logistics company we are researching. Field hospital would be great. In terms of artillery, we are researching this, we are researching that. Anti-air we don't need. We have all of the land doctrine we need. I think decryption would be nice so that we have a better view of what's going on the battlefield. So let's go for that rather than anything else. We also have a couple of unassigned divisions, and these are mostly anti-garrison divisions, so these are a very small template that I made, just a couple of cavalry equipment divisions really. So let's quickly reinforce these guys because that shouldn't take too long. So these guys need 7, so we can take... Is it possible to... No. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You get 7. You need 3 more, right? There we go. So what I'm doing is just splitting these with S so that it ends up at roughly the number of forces that I do need. And I only need to reinforce these guys that show that are red, because I did that in between episodes. You also need 3 more. So 3 more on you. And that's alright. You know what, we have 1 more, which I think is okay. Good, so that should settle all of you guys. We'll develop a new army over here, which we'll also send down there. Good. We have about 400,000 troops. Let's see how much damage we are, how much we are actually losing. So in the last 2 months we lost 200,000 men, mostly in the invasion of the Americas. The Americans themselves lost 1 million people, 1 million soldiers against us. We lost 300,000 against them. That does include all of the naval losses, but I think that's fine. And there is a promising development over here. 82% on this attack. It's being supported by 2 divisions. 3 divisions soon. 2 of you guys are advancing into there. That will leave us a little bit hanging in the air over here. But I think all in all we will be fine. And some attacks happening down here, so that too is good to see. Let's take 3 Marines and attack into there as well. And hope to break through over here, cut these guys off, and gain some breathing room for some of these attacks. You're advancing into there, so that's good to see as well. And over here we'll need to establish ourselves a little bit more as well. Good. In terms of the naval battle, we didn't see too much happening. Bases in low supply on the Caribbean, really. Up here. Well, we can't do much about that. West Coast, yes, we know that you are on low supply. Sierra Madre, we know that you are on low supply. Arabia, surprisingly. Well, not so surprisingly, actually. Let's take, like, 4 of you. Take them to there. Transvolcanic Belt. Okay, so up over here we are seeing 200 enemy aircraft. So what we probably want to do is take these fighters and put them up over there. Speaking of fighters, one thing that we can do with all of our air experience is, I think, go to the production tab, go to the aircraft, have a look at our fighters. These are brand new Type 3 fighters. I was actually holding off a little bit because I thought we would get maybe to the jet fighters first, but I don't think that's possible. So since we are losing quite a bit to accidents, let's increase the reliability of these guys. Let's increase the range a little bit so that we get better range coverage of everything. And actually let's increase the engine. So that's 340 experience. The reliability will go up to 96%, which I think is very good. Agility and max speed will go up, and range. So that I think is excellent. So that actually means we can decommission that airplane and ask our air groups to switch production to the new model. We'll not be producing a lot of these guys, specifically because we need all of the support equipment and all of this motorized stuff. But all in all, I'm pretty happy about this result. We are also producing a little bit more AA, which is okay. Historically, one of the biggest challenges of the Japanese in the war. I think we can do with a little bit less guns and therefore increase our production of support equipment. We really need a lot of this. It's unacceptable, and this is 2 months of production if we were not to lose any more, which of course we will be. So 1, 2, 3, and there we go. That about settles it for this turn. So that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you liked the episode. Do leave a like if you would like, it does help out the channel. And otherwise I see you guys next time when we hopefully slowly churn at the United States. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye bye.